video got muted. I don't know which one it was. It didn't show me. But I don't know. She really knows it right now. I really wanted to cut the grass today, but we here. Hey, y'all. Still getting ourselves situated.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even in it yet. I ain't even in it yet.
Yes, it's nothing. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm dressed, so I guess to be careful how I be seen today. You know. You got to be more careful.
Okay, guys. I'm here. I thought my booty backed up into you.
Ain't like I never felt your booty before. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to Wine and Grow. I'm Ken.
I'm Kay.
She's Kay. I'm Ken. This is Wine and Grow. Because we wine when we grow. When we grow, we need wine. This is season 4, episode 7.
6. You ready?
What?
It's 7 or 6.
7.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Wow. I'm like, what you
because I keep
for?
thinking 2 episodes left, but I'm thinking
This is one and then done.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we are winding down. So this is 7, and next week we have 8. So this week we're talking about potential. Everybody has it.
You got potential.
Everybody has it, you know, and we have to learn to look past it. We have to learn to look past it.
Unless
the potential.
You be doing a build-a-man.
Yeah, or build a woman. And I just feel like we all have to get to a place in our life where that's just not what we're willing to do. Like, I feel like when it comes to potential, it's kind of like everything in life. It's like there's certain things you have to have leeway for. Mm-hmm. Like, certain things are acceptable and certain things are just not. You know, obviously, because we're all working towards something, right? We're always constantly evolving, growing, changing, you know, our careers, our lives, whatever. You know, so when we talk about potential, we're not speaking to those type of things. Like, people literally going through life stuff, you know. We talking about people just like we always talk about cheating, right? Somebody who's a cheater and you steady trying to be with them, like, but they're a good person. You trying to make excuses for the bad things that they do by saying all the good things that they do because that's their potential. You know, like, this person is showing me that they can do this and they can do that. They have the potential to be a good man. They just lack in this area, or they're bad at this. You know, like, that's something that's detrimental to you. That's the stuff that we're talking about.
Everything is what I'll be talking about. Everything. Because, I mean, even if you see that a person can be this great person, like a great business person, or what other characteristics can you see in a person? Potentially be a great father. Okay. Potentially be a great father. Potentially be just a good man to you. But again, like she said, we looking past red flags, or the red flags for anything that, and they're showing you that this is not what you want, like, or deserve in that sense.
I think for some things, like, for instance, like what you mentioned, like a good business person, right? So if you're dating somebody who's a good business person, you know, but maybe right now they're in a position where they're not doing good, you know, so they have the potential to be doing better, but right now they're not. This is not. So, you know, I think in those type of situations, I think you have to be healthy enough to separate yourself. And if you're not, you need to be able to remove yourself. Yeah. Because you don't want to take on that pressure. You know, like, and I think, and that's a lot. That's what we do a lot when we're thinking and dating potential. We're just taking on the pressure of somebody else's issues.
Their energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You become that person.
Right. Exactly.
And when we say you become that person, we talking about if this person is depressed, you're more than likely going to get that depressed energy. If they mad, you're going to get that mad energy. If they going through a lot, you're going to be going through a lot.
Yeah, we got to be careful. We got to be careful. And we say that a lot too. Just being careful about what type of things we allow into our space, what type of energy we allow people to bring around us. You know, like I'm really learning how strong I am, like how much better I am, like, and I'm just so grateful for where I am now compared to where I was yesterday, because like yesterday, and I mean yesterday and the day before, and like every day it's just like I'm better, you know. And I'm so grateful for it, because I definitely used to take on people's energy, and it was like just like the conversation we were just having, you know, like I can't even be a part of it. I've learned how to just not be a part of things, you know, like I said, like not to take on other people's problems, not to feel like I need to be the one to speak up, to feel like I need to be the one to say something. Like I always felt like I had to. Like why?
Because you showed it. Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not.
It's not my. It's not for me to do.
It's not. I'm just not doing it anymore.
No.
It is what it is. So.
And really, that's not even so. This is not just about dating relationships. Then this is about friendships as well. And letting these people go. Just be potential. Because I was.
What's the definition of potential? Let's get real, like logical. What does it mean to have potential? Talking about potential.
It means having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future.
Oh, that's deep.
Everybody got the capacity to be something.
Yeah, we're all going somewhere.
Yeah,
right. And this is like what people talk about a lot. Like, you held them down during the struggle and stuff like that. Now you earned your place
because they had potential
in somebody's life. You know, like and that's sometimes we have to just accept that we're not meant to go everywhere with everyone. Ugh. You know, like you may be in somebody's life. We are always in somebody's life for a reason. You know, so it may not be for you to be there, even though you're there while they're down. It may not be there. You know, you may not be the one who's going to be there when they're up. And I think people look down on that person who left when the person was down,
because they don't know the full situation of everything. And that's what bothers me. People on the outside are going to always have their opinions because they only seeing it from the perspective, and not even fully seeing it from the perspective of that person, because they still weren't there. So you only get in one side of the story, and you only get in that one perspective to make your opinion. And I think that's just why that happens, though. But don't speak on me if you don't know what's going on. Don't speak on nothing that I got going on if you don't fully know the details. Because even if I'm telling you a story, I may still not be telling you the full story. Not to say that's what I do, but I'm just saying I still may not be giving you everything. Because once this person come around, well, did she tell you this? Did she tell you that? Did she tell you she did this? Did she tell you I did this? So it's still a lot more when everybody be trying to make their decisions about somebody else's situation.
Yeah, and it's mostly because, like, for people, it just look like the lack of support that you have for somebody when you decide to leave them. When in reality, it's just somebody looking out for their welfare. Because, like, that's stress.
See, that'd be crazy.
And if you're not healthy enough to handle that, then respect yourself and leave it.
And how can you talk about lack of support when some of these people be in their relationships for 10 plus years? And y'all be like, well, you stuck around this long when you should have. What? 10 years is already too long.
Why do we think we need to, like, why do people condone people kind of proving themselves? Like, earning something from someone, earning love, like earning your place in somebody's relationship, earning the wife role, earning the husband role. Like, we feel like we have to work to get somewhere. You know, like, no, like, be yourself.
You know, like, gonna see that in you,
and that should just be enough.
Accept you,
right?
For that, and for that person, if you want that person to stay around, you are going to change because you know what needs to be changed to still keep this person around.
Like, I just feel like things. I'm the type of person, I freely give. Right? You have to earn mistrust. You have to earn. You know, me not being loyal to you, me not caring about you. That's stuff that you earn. But me just being good to you, me giving you stuff, me being there, me supporting you, that's something I'm going to freely give. That's the type of person I am. That's how person people should be in this world. We should be that type of person. We should be willing to
negative in the instinct in the beginning. Why are you going in with a negative and not trusting this person? Because they could be... Because you probably got trust issues. How about that? So, but they could be the greatest person, and you already talking about, well, I don't trust you, so I can't do this for you. What if they ain't trust you? You gonna be now, and that'd be the other thing. If they giving you the same energy you giving them, why get defensive?
Yeah.
If you weren't there for that person, how you want them to be there for you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think we have to stop putting people in a position where they feel like they have to do something for us.
Expectations.
Yeah, those expectations. Like, you know, in order for you to be a good friend, in order for you to be my girl, in order for you to be my man, you need to do this. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. We talked about, like, what was that? 2 weeks ago we went out for tacos, and we was talking about
that was 2 weeks.
just allowing somebody to love you.
Yeah.
Like we talked before on the show about loving people the way that they desire to be loved. No, but don't start. Loving people the way that they desire to be loved, right? Because we all have love languages, and it's important to know your partner's love languages, your friends' love languages, because that's how you maintain relationships, right? But we also, from on the reverse side, need to understand the other person's love language, right? We need to, because it can be challenging trying to do something for someone that you're not used to doing, right? Because you don't perceive that as love. You know, for you, love is buying gifts and spending time. For the other person, love is words of affirmation. You know, physical touch. That you like, that ain't my thing though, right? So now you're being challenged to love in another way. They're being challenged to receive love in another way. So it's really gonna take patience from both ends.
And I do think that comes naturally when when you are involved with somebody and you do want to be vulnerable with this person. I think that developing those other love languages more comes naturally. Yeah,
and I think, and that's what I had said when we was talking too, is it's like I feel like our love languages were taught to us, right? And now we talking about, we get into a love language episode. Sorry, y'all.
But y'all know we always do that though.
But I feel like the love languages for me is something either I received, so I learned to receive that as love, or it was something that I missed, so I desired it. So now I'm saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. You know, this is what I like. Because someone else made me feel like that's what I deserved. And that's what I liked. Or that's what I didn't like. So now I'm expecting everyone else to treat me that way. And I'm not leaving room for someone else to show me anything new if I'm stuck on this perspective.
You know, so I read something saw something that said that your love languages are actually developed as you were a kid. So what you lacked when you were a kid is what you crave now as an adult.
And that makes sense. Physical touch and words of affirmation for me. That makes sense.
But physical touch was not a big part. Like when I was a kid, we didn't do a lot of hugging. We didn't.
And that's
do
what I'm saying.
Lot of I love yous, but I don't like physical touch now.
But that's why I said. That's why I said it can either be the opposite. It can either be something that you desire or something that you realize you don't want.
Not say I don't like. It's just not something that I'm.
That's important to you.
Or telling somebody I love you, and that's another thing. Like y'all, I tell my friends I love you more than I tell my family. Like, we will randomly in text messages say, I love you. I do that. And Soraya, and I noticed Soraya did that with her friends. And I looked at her, I said, you know, we do not say that enough to each other. We telling it to our friends, but we don't even say it enough to each other. But we never said it when we were younger either. And then now, as I'm older, when it's randomly coming from my family, now I'm knowing to not always think like, okay, something is wrong because I say it to them. But it was like, okay, is something wrong?
We just, as friends, like our friend group, like we just love on each other a lot. Like this is why, like people literally think that we like desire each other romantically.
People crazy, okay?
Like not just. I'm not speaking
us.
To me and Kay. I'm talking about our
and
friend
all
group.
Of us. If all them girls y'all saw on our episode,
like they like,
just be thinking we
y'all want each other,
like really be doing
y'all.
stuff.
Y'all be like they just think
no, we're
like,
just very comfortable with our
exactly.
friends. And I think that's what it should be when you with your friends.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable around your friends, they're not your friends.
Yeah. And I really think, like, dang, how are we talking about some hoes? It's okay. We're going to get back, because obviously this is important and it needs to be said. But, like, I feel like a lot of times our friends are where we learn to love first. You know, because outside of our family. You know, because most of the time, and I know this is true for me, like, and we know this too, like, for a fact, like, friends are people who we choose to be in our life, right? So we choose to love these people. We choose to show up for these people. So those are truly the first relationships where we learn to love people in a different light, outside of just, this is my family, so I'm supposed to do this and do that for them, right? Because we think because somebody's our family, we're automatically supposed to care. We're automatically supposed to be there. And we don't, you know, but having friends gives us the option. Right, that's what we first learned, that we have the option, and now we can apply those things in other areas. Girl, cut it out. So yeah. So that's what's important about friendships, you know, like, and that's like, cause like when I first, like my first real like friends and stuff when I was younger, really showed me, I love you too, girl. It's your crazy self. We would just talk about you before we push live. Talk about all of y'all, first of all. But we'll talk about that later. Anyways, but yeah, like when I think about ways that I learned, right, different things. Like I think about the friendships that I had that exposed me, you know, to different things, different lifestyle that I wasn't used to having. Because my first real friends were white. Like all of my friends, you know, like I literally like hung out with them all the time, was at their house after school and stuff like that. So I literally saw a different type of living compared to me growing up in the projects, living in the house with my granny, my aunties, and my cousins, like for real. Like all of us in one apartment, you know what I'm saying? Going to somebody's house that had a trampoline and a pool in the backyard, doing family barbecues, going on a boat. Like it was a totally different lifestyle. And I'm like, wow. So like you can have, like there is other things out there, you know, different ways to live. And that's why I said like it taught me like different ways that I wanted to experience different things. Like I want this type of stuff, you know, like because I was exposed to different areas. And I feel like that's the same when it comes to love. Like that's what I was getting to. Like when you get exposed to different things, you desire it. Yeah. You desire it, you know, and you know, because you realize that it's possible. And I think that's how, getting back to the topic, that's how we get wrapped up in potential, right? Is because we may see something like a hint of it, a hint of something in somebody, and then we go far with it. So that means eventually you're going to start doing this, you're going to start doing that. Like, don't start thinking that far. Stay right here.
Do you think that it's mostly women that do that?
Oh, most definitely.
Which I definitely agree with that. Ready to plan our whole lives. Marriage is right at the door, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, because
not now, y'all. Don't,
because you open my door. You open the door. You took me out to dinner. Basic stuff that you should be doing.
Exactly.
But we get, because we aren't used to it. If somebody show you something good, again, now you like, okay, I see it. You know, you start seeing the potential in different things, and I'm not saying you shouldn't dream. You shouldn't have visions. You should have visions for your life. You should have vision for people and people's purpose in your life, but you should not live in that.
But that's when that potential has changed to the expectation of what you think this person can give you. So that's the shift, and that's when a problem comes in, because now you are building this person to be what you want them to be, because you done already created this idea once they gave you that little glimmer.
Yep. And then you get upset when they show up as something different. When they never was that person to begin with. Exactly. You made up that reality that this person was going to be this and be that for you. You know, like you literally have to check yourself. I know I be having to do it.
Yourself,
you check myself. Like, first of all, this person ain't never told you that that's what they was going to do for you. Ain't never showed you that they was going to do that. So don't start trying to make up like this is what you have to do for yourself. You have to say, either I can handle this as it is, if it never changes, or I can't. And if I can't, that means bye-bye. Exactly. If it's like you don't want to be living your life thinking like eventually this is going to change, eventually this is what it's going to be. If you can't handle it now, you need to think about if that situation was to never change, if you can remain in it.
How many times you gonna let it bypass you? How many times you gonna give it a chance? Because y'all know people deserve chances. How many times you gonna let them treat you the same way, show you the same thing? Please don't let it be 12, 20 years. Please don't let it be that. Because, you know, when I really start thinking about...
I just need you to hit the light switch so the fan can come on. Sorry, guys. I'm a little hot. That's good, yep.
I started thinking about... Well, y'all, I ain't been on social media this week other than the post for this, but we got so much time to do a lot of other things, and we invest time into people that don't deserve our time and be with them for so long because of who we believe them to be or who we created them to be.
What you mean, like on social media?
What you mean? Time as far as we waste time with people. I ain't been. I'm saying that I haven't, and I realize, you know, how I ain't just realize this, but I know how much time we have, and we giving it to stuff that don't deserve our time. As far as these people that we see the potential in, we wasting all of that, constantly giving them chances and giving all this time to them when we can be replacing them with somebody else who deserves all of this. I deserve to have my time occupied with somebody that's going to give me what I'm asking for and not me sitting around feeling like I'm begging you to change.
Yeah. And I made a post today. I said it was Worthy Wednesday. And I told everybody to just, you know, if you're feeling worthy, type I'm worthy. And I just felt like I woke up like with that on my heart this morning, like just feeling worthy, like being worthy, like knowing that you're worthy enough, like Sequoia said, to receive what you desire. And to not keep begging somebody to do what you want for you. You know, like, no. If you're not going to be this person for me, then I can go find somebody who's going to do that for me.
It's just that simple. It's that on that.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody out here that's going to want you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like,
somebody who's going to love you the way you want to be loved without you asking.
Man.
Because that's just who they are.
Man.
And I think we forget that that's a possibility. Like, there are literally people out there who are, you know, like we talk about soulmates. We talk about, you know, finding the one, you know, and stuff like that. Like, it's literally people out there who are meant to match you. They match you. Right? So why are you wasting your time with somebody who doesn't want to match you? Bye. Because you know what? You, like me, can go find somebody who matches you. Go find somebody who don't want to do stuff. Go find somebody who want to just, you know, whatever. Who want to be like you. Because that ain't me.
It's that simple. Like, we make all this, dating, all of this stuff is so easy in a sense.
We make it difficult.
But we just make it difficult because of when we get in our heads, we make it difficult.
Because we don't know what we want a lot of times. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we're fighting for. We don't know who we are. You know, to even be asking somebody or expecting something of somebody else. To even be looking at somebody else's potential when you don't even know who you want to be in the future. You know, like, because just like you judging somebody's potential, they're judging yours too. You know how they say, like, men is looking at women like this and looking to see if you can be a wife and stuff like that. And that pressure right there is what makes women show up as with people that they're not. You know, they pretend to be this and be that. Like, yeah, no.
I don't got no time to play pretend either. What you see is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm literally the same person in all of my relationships. And I was thinking about that today. You know, like, I was literally looking out the window, just thinking about how I show up in my relationships. And like, and I'm like, I really just be there for people. And like, and that's true for me and my family. Like you can, like, I made a post for some of my high school friends for their birthday today. And this is what really had triggered it for me. Because, like, I said, like, no matter what, just know that y'all can always call me. And I mean that. And that's for anybody in my life. I don't care if I don't talk to you every day. I don't care if it's been 5 years since I heard from you. If you've ever felt like you can depend on me, you always can depend on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am. Like, of course, I've learned how to give my time, give me, and stuff like that. This in a more healthy way, because that can also be unhealthy. That could be a lot of pressure on you and stuff like. So I've learned how to separate myself and to chill and not seek ways to always put myself in somebody's life. But I'm there for people when they need me. You know, and also learning just to not let people overdo it. Like, constantly feeling like I'm not gonna be your crutch. That's what I'm not gonna do. But you got me to the end. Because sometimes tough love is the best love.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna help you figure out what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And that ain't the problem.
And and we can talk about potential in that too. Like, when we helping people, oh yeah, because you know what, eventually they're gonna get on their feet. Eventually because you thinking eventually, because they have potential to do it. So you constantly helping them and helping them. They never learn how to do it on their own. They ain't gonna get there.
Because they got you.
Yeah, exactly.
They know that they're gonna always have you. So they're gonna always call you. She ain't gonna tell me no. He ain't gonna tell me no.
Yeah.
He gonna do whatever I ask.
Yeah.
And then when you do tell them no, they get mad.
Yeah.
You gave them too many yeses.
I had to ignore my niece the other day. Like, and I don't know if she ever be watching these videos, but if she do, I don't care. And I ain't gonna say your name. But I had to literally, like, don't be sending me no Cash App requests. And don't call, don't text, no nothing. Because if it was an emergency, you would have called me and said, hey, auntie, this is what's going on, or whatever, like, blah. No, and none of that happened. So you know what? Obviously, this ain't no emergency. It ain't important. Bye. Just simply ignored it. She's still alive. I don't feel bad. No.
Tell me about it. Look, I don't never feel bad now. No.
Yeah.
I be feeling good now. No, because no was not a word I used frequently. So that I be saying it. Oh well. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I got something personal that I want to share as far as potential, like dating somebody with potential.
I dated enough people with potential. They all got potential.
Everybody got potential. That's why this is all got
potential.
And everybody had potential.
And potentially always ended up single still.
I mean, but I think
but it's okay.
So, like, just to go on the latter side, right? Because we know everyone has potential, that's why we need to go for it. We need to take risks and we need to do stuff.
That part.
Like, we need to go after things because everyone and everything has potential to be something that we want it to be.
Yeah.
So we don't want to hold ourselves back from experiencing things and experiencing people, you know, because you never know what it's going to turn into. So you don't want to go into situations, you know, hardcore thinking it is this or it ain't that, blah, blah, blah. Is this, you know, like, allow yourself space to receive, allow yourself space to grow, allow them space to grow. You know, you don't want to just, well, you ain't do this, you know, so it's done. You know, like we talked about this before, conversations. Like, some things are worth having a conversation because some people are willing to change. Some people are willing to become that thing because they don't, like I said, we don't know who we are, you know, so a lot of times we're like, you know, sometimes you just need somebody else to bring out different things in you because if we talk about love languages and stuff being taught to us, you know, like, if somebody never received love as a child, and then you come to them trying to love them and they're kind of resistant, they just don't know how to receive it, right? But you know they have potential to receive it because we all have potential to receive love. So you may choose to stay with that person and help them to learn how to love. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something that's beneficial for you and them. So that's why I said that early on in the conversation, well, there's some stuff where you can kind of be like, okay, I may be willing to work with this a little bit, you know, like, but it's you have to understand your role too, because and I talked about this before, like there was a guy who I dated, he saw my potential, right? He was like, you know, Ken, like, you're a great woman. I can see that you could be a really great girl. You're gonna make a great wife one day. But I also can see that you're broken and you have a lot of healing to do and stuff like that. So he refused to make it serious with me. Like, this was literally like keeping himself in the friend zone. And whenever I would try to take it any further, he would shoot it down. But he helped me grow. He helped me see things. And I appreciate that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't make something more. And we have to be careful. We have to be strong enough to turn stuff down so that we don't get past it. Right? So that we don't let it, you know, we don't get stuck in a cycle with somebody and be living in their lack of potential or their potential, whatever.
Don't give them too many chances.
Exactly. You know,
give it time, but don't give it too much time.
Exactly. Like, just know your space in that. You know, like, if you're trying to be with somebody and you know, like, okay, they're a good man, they don't have a job right now, right? But you want to be with them. And, but I mean, they can find a job eventually, blah, blah, blah. So you choosing to support them. But maybe you shouldn't be with that person right now. Maybe you support them as a friend, right? Because maybe it's too hard on you as a romantic partner, right? You have to think about what you can handle in your capacity as an individual. You know, like I said, like that, what that person did. Like, he felt like he was strong enough to handle me in a friend zone. But, like, if I got closer with you, then that would be detrimental to me and my journey and how far I've grown. And I don't want to take 10 steps back trying to help you take 10 steps forward. You got to learn to put yourself first. That's all.
Yeah.
In all of this.
I haven't had that type of experience yet where somebody just can see the brokenness and...
Yeah. And that was the first time.
But that's a real thing to do.
And that was last year. That was the older guy. The older guy I dated. And like, and I don't want to say, and I mean, like, and I don't want to say this. It was just because he was older that he was able to see that, you know. But I feel like he was like, his experiences and his age had got him to a point where he was wiser, you know, a lot wiser than me.
He was older, y'all.
You know, period. Like, I'm trying to freshen it up, but it's like because he was older,
his
like
older age,
he was wiser. He was wiser. His experiences had taught him different things, so he was able, you know, just to help me see different things. You know, so it was an amazing experience. I'm forever grateful to that person, for real.
He tried to help me through one of my situations because I was finna shoot that man.
Forever grateful.
I'm sorry, I should have said that on live.
Do I remember this? I don't know. We talk about it later.
Yeah.
What? Okay, we doing good. This is 31. Okay. Well, we went in like it be them episodes that we just start going in right away. Like we didn't even say how was your week, what y'all been up to. We just got straight into the conversation.
Listen, y'all, we got one episode left. It's time. It's time to go straight in to get straight out. Yeah.
Talking about in and out,
That's it. That's all.
Talking about. But yeah, so you have any last words you want to share with the people?
No.
Okay. So,
y'all, no, just exactly what I said. When it comes to dating a potential person, if you want to give it time. Just don't give it too much. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple. Because at the end of the day, we see and we know what's right in front of us, what this person is giving us. Stop asking for more if they're not willing to give it to you right then and there. If you've already been asking for it, is what I'm saying. If you've already been asking for it, let it be. Move on. Somebody gonna give you what you want.
And to piggyback off of her, if it's not something that you can, if it's something going on now, and you felt like if it never changed, you couldn't handle it, or you wouldn't like it, then that means that's not the person who you need to be with, or the situation you need to be in. Yeah. You know, like don't try to say, well, I'm gonna sacrifice this now so that in the future I can have this. Like, it's not no guarantee that this person is going to become that for you.
You only gonna make yourself sadder. Things are gonna start happening in your life that's gonna reflect the person that you with. Mm-hmm. And you ain't gonna. It's like people ain't gonna know what it's coming from, but it's gonna be because of the person that you're carrying around with you. Yeah, that's exactly what it's from. Their energy is now your energy, and now whatever's happening to them is gonna happen to you too. Basically,
know your worth and add tax.
That part.
What's next week?
Oh, the end goal.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I love this. So next week,
is those the exact words? Don't try to change people. You are right. Mm-hmm. You can't change nobody. They ain't gonna change unless they want to change.
Yeah. So the next week we're talking happiness is marriage is not the end goal.
Marriage is not the end goal. I think that's what it is.
What
I'm
is
going
it?
to look now. Marriage is not the end goal.
Yeah, marriage is not the end goal
for me.
No, marriage is not the end goal.
Look, because that's why I clarified, because for a lot of people, marriage is the end goal.
But that's what we're going to get into next week, because marriage should not be the end goal. And we're going to get into that next week. So our final episode, y'all, next week, maybe we're going to maybe we'll have some guests, try to extend it, make it a little longer. You know, like, yeah. We'll talk about it. Y'all will see what we come out with.
It's the last episode. I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
So anyways, y'all, thanks for tuning in tonight. Remember, like, share, and love the video. Ain't no need to subscribe anymore because we're coming to an end. But all of the videos are staying up.
Unless we come back on just random moments. So.
If you want to be notified when I go live, please do. Same for her. Please do. Yeah. So if you're watching this and you got some, comments, questions, something, type it in there. We'll go ahead and reply. All right. Peace and love.
Bye-bye.